15 years ago, being a fan of VJ was not pride, it was a secret. If you're a 90s kid, you don't need an explanation. You've lived it. I'll be honest, I am a core Surya fan. And back then, we didn't just watch movies, we waited. We waited for one thing: failure. When Kuruvi released, when Sura released, if it didn't work, we didn't stay quiet. We searched for our Vijay fans in corridors, in tea shops, in classrooms, and we made sure they were mocked, not casually, royally mocked. We pushed them, cornered them until they had no words left. And that time, we used to say it proudly: this is your Ilayya Dalapati. Because back then, being a fan of Vijay was not pride, it was pressure. But yesterday, something changed. A 15-year-old boy walked into my clinic, looked straight at me, and said, "Doctor, you should vote for him." I asked him, "Why?" "You haven't seen his struggles, you've only seen his success." He didn't give me politics, he gave me perspective. He said, "He is at the highest peak of his life. He has everything to lose. Why would a man walk down from a mountain unless he wants to build something on the ground?" That line didn't shock me, it silenced me. This is not a political video. This is my observation as a doctor. What changed? Not just the hits, not just the numbers. Failures came. He consistently showed up. Trolling peaked. He consistently moved forward without reacting. Negativity surrounded him. He consistently did his work. But the real miracle, the fans, they were mocked, they were embarrassed, they were questioned for years, but they didn't leave. They consistently stood by him. They consistently believed in him. They consistently stayed. And today, those same fans who were once mocked, who were once embarrassed, are standing there with their heads high. Today, being a fan of VJ is not pressure anymore. It is pride. Everyone says it now. Everyone owns it proudly. The people who laugh the loudest are the same people clapping the hardest today. Time doesn't change people. Consistency changes how the world sees them. And today, that same word, that same force, consistency, is the only thing that can rewrite history. Yesterday, he was a joke. Today, he is a force. Tomorrow, time will decide. But one thing is already certain: the man who refused to quit didn't just change his story, he changed how the world sees him, and that changes everything. Wait, don't scroll. I didn't finish what I wanted to say yesterday. Something has changed, not the result, the mindset. For years, people asked us one question: is your vote for sale? But this time, that question feels different. Because this time, the currency is not money, it is hope. And when people start choosing hope over short term gain, that is not voting, that is evolution. If a new leadership is rising, then expectations are also rising. Not freebies, not promises. We don't want temporary relief. We want basics. A strong healthcare system, a powerful education system, clean roads, safe cities, water, drainage. Not luxury, just dignity. And to those who traveled from the US, from Australia, from Europe, spent lakhs just to come here and vote, I want to tell you something. You didn't leave this country because you didn't love it. You left because you refused to settle for less. Better systems, better safety, better life. And the truth is, those countries didn't just choose you. You forced them to choose you. Because your mind, your discipline, your capability is powerful. Now imagine this. If that same power stays here, not just to vote, but to build, not just to expect change, but to create it, this country won't just improve, it will transform. Because let's be honest, a leader can win an election, but only people can fix a system. There was a time when leadership meant something deeper. A leader who lived in people's hearts till his last breath, not because he promised more, but because he stole less. Think about that. History doesn't remember who gave more, it remembers who took less. So, to every leader rising today, this is not a request, this is a standard. Give us discipline, give us transparency, give us systems that work, not slogans. Because power is temporary, but trust builds legacy, and legacy outlives everything. I see people every day. I listen, I observe, I understand. And today, something feels different. For the first time, this state is not just reacting, it is awakening. Don't just watch the change, be the change.